Good day, guys, and welcome back again to the channel. And in today's episode, I want to do some retrofits onto the Audi A3. And the retrofit in question that I want to do today is an auto hill hold assist retrofit. So that's the thing that I want to fit back into the car. So obviously the car didn't come with hill hold assist. If you don't know what hill hold is or what it does, is it normally would hold the brakes when you, let's say, in an incline when you stop, and then it prevents the car from rolling backwards. Not that I can't drive myself, but I just want to add this feature into the car just to have it, just to retrofit some stuff into the car that it didn't come with, to make it have as much options as possible. Yes, I know some of you might be a waste of money, useless, but yeah, it's just something that I wanted to do. And if you are interested in this type of content and you would love what I do and how to actually go about it, and if you want to also do it yourself at some point, do stick around, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will be taking you guys through to how you actually do the whole thing. So to do it, you actually need a button. There's a button in the center console that you have to install. I've already installed it onto my car. I'll show you right now. And you need some wiring kit, obviously, to run through from the button to the body control module and eventually to the ABS. So here in my hand, I do have the wiring harness for that, so that I can wire it up all the way from the button itself into the car. So let me show you. All right, so as I mentioned, I've already have the button installed, but the button obviously doesn't do anything. So this one is the normal handbrake button that you use and engage your handbrake. So I want to hook this thing up so that when I have this enabled, eventually it will activate when I need to slow down or when I actually come to a stop actually, and then it will automatically hold the brakes for me. So what I need to do is now take obviously this whole entire center piece out and then run the wiring from here all the way underneath into the center grommet over there, and then this has to come off because there's a fuse box that lives behind the glove box itself, that I need to draw power from to power the button, and then eventually run the wiring all the way to the ABS pump in the front. So there's a grommet underneath there that actually allows me to hook up the cable so that it goes all the way to the front. And then yeah, this being the wire, so I actually bought this wiring harness from a company called They specialize in selling retrofit stuff. If you want to fit stuff that your car didn't come on with, and then you want to add all of those, so you can buy them from them. So it's a German company. It will take some time for shipping, but yeah. So it has your ground wires. These I believe go to the ABS pump. They actually labeled them somewhere in the pin numbers it actually has to go to. And then this one, you just literally have to splice it into the BCM plug underneath the glove box. And then there's another one which is going to be this one, which is for the power fuse. So I need to hook this up into the back of the fuse box, put in a 5 amp fuse, I believe it is, and then yeah, I should all be good to go. So I need to strip everything up here, take this piece off, take that off, and then yeah, pretty much run the entire wiring, and then this should have power soon, and then we should be able to code this after, once we are done running all the wire to everywhere that it needs to go, and then grab my laptop, grab VCDS, and then activate auto hill hold assist, and then I'll show you the functionality once this guy is done. So obviously the car is off, nothing will happen, nothing obviously won't show onto the button, but yeah, this one obviously it's for the handbrake, as I mentioned. And yeah, let me do some stripping and then I'll catch you guys soon. All right, so now to remove the glove box, you need to have one of these. This is a trim removal tool. There's a cover on the side here that I need to take out, and I need to obviously remove the head unit. This is the MIB unit, and I need these two keys. So these are radio removal tools. So that's, you plug one there, and then you pull off the head unit. And then there's about 9 or 10 bolts, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for the glove box, and you need a 9mm, not a 10mm. So you need to use one of these in order to take out all of the bolts. And there's one that lives behind the glove, the radio. That's another one that I need to remove. So I need to take out all of this and drop the glove box down. Let me put this to the way, and then once that is done, then I can obviously now remove the center console and then pull it up and then start running the wiring. So there's another bolt that lives underneath the tunnel itself as well that I need to undo in order for me to take this cover on the side here that I'll show you now, so that I can run the wiring underneath and then under the carpet, and then eventually back to the fuse box and then back to the ABS pump. So not really a difficult job, but yeah, let me get into it. All right, so that's the glove box all removed. This is just the air duct thingy that can go back in. So obviously all of these cables are for the MMI. So the one thing that I need access to is this guy here. That's the fuse box. So I need to tap into some of this. I can't remember what the fuse number is, but I'll check the diagram right now to see what's the fuse number, which I can pop in a new fuse in there to power that button. And then that right there is the body control module. I need to remove this because I need to tap a wire in there, and then everything else I'll just run a wire underneath. So I need to undo this clip here, so that I can undo a bolt and then take this side panel all the way out. And then yeah, that's pretty much it really. And then to remove this, I need to undo this guy. I think I can just pop it up for you guys now. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. No, I can't, but yeah, this has to come out. This has to come out so that I can have a nice grab onto this center panel. And then once I have that, then I can run the wiring from the button all the way to the necessary place. So yeah, let me get into that, and then yeah, let's continue. Okay, so I just plugged back the button now. So I need to run the cable all the way underneath. So I'll just have to tuck it in somehow all the way there underneath the carpet, and then from there hook it up onto here, and then eventually making my way to the fuse box. So let me continue with this job, and then yeah, join you guys shortly when I now connect up everything. Okay, so far I have pretty much disconnected everything in the fuse box. So I had to fish this wire all the way through the grommet, which lives at the corner there, because it is quite a fiddly job. So I had to try and bend myself so that I can fish this wire using a hanger, and then I have it. So now I just need to untape this guy. Let's remove this tape, and then that will expose my wires so that I can then now go and connect to the ABS pump, which is this guy here. So there's a plug at the back that I will need to remove and unplug so that I can wire these two wires in that go onto pin 32 and 20 something. I'll just double check the wiring diagram there. And then once I have that done, then put everything back together, fire up VCDS, and then pretty much code the system. So let me continue and then untape this and then just quickly finish up plugging in back the fuse box inside and hooking it up to the BCM. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so yeah, so far I've plugged in that fuse. There was an empty slot there, so I just plugged in the wires there, put in a 5 amp fuse, and then this wire I just ran it to a grounding point, which is there. So I'll just obviously tidy this up. So this one, this remaining wire, I need to plug it into the BCM in here. So there's a pin that I need to join it onto a wire here. So it's not really on one pin that it has to go on a pin, it has to connect onto a separate pin inside the BCM according to the wiring diagram. So that's what I'll be doing next. And yeah, it is starting to get dark outside, and yeah, let's just continue. Right, so last night I ended up pretty much buttoning up all the wiring back into the fuse box. So obviously I had to power the button, so ran the wire from the auto hold button all the way underneath there, eventually back into the fuse box. It's now all back in place, and the BCM is back connected up again. It's all pinned up nicely, and I had to run the wire all the way to the grommet to the ABS pump. That's also pinned up as well, and fitted back again. So the plug is also connected again to the ABS pump itself. So I had to obviously now test connectivity to see if I've got power onto my fuse. So now to do that, simply grab one of these, switch on the ignition of the car, and then you need to ground it as well. So the ground obviously is the car, obviously the chassis is the ground, so just need to put it onto the car's chassis, and then when you touch here it should light up. So if I do that, there we go, my test light lights up onto the fuse that I pinned there. So that shows that I've got good connection, power source going into the actual button. So that should be good. Yeah, there we go. So everything else still lights up. So that's how you test your connection if you've got power. So if that doesn't light up, check your connectivity. So now the next step that I need to do is to grab my laptop, connect VCDS, and start with some coding. So let me show you how you do that. Okay, to enable heel hold assist, so that button now is will be functional. So we need to go to the ABS brakes. Wait for this thing to wake up, and then yeah, once it's up and running, we first need to punch in security accesses so that it enables us to change some adaptation within the ABS pump itself. So the first one that we need to do and enable is the adaptation one. The second one, which is 20103, say do it, access accepted, and then we need to go out to adaptation. Then we need to choose the first one is auto hold function status that we need to change. So just search on the list here. So there it is, function status. See, it says they're not active, and then you can choose your last setting, whatever setting that you have on your button, or make it to be always active. So I'm gonna for now keep it as always active. Say do it, say replace, yes, coding as accepted, and then you said I'll go back. You can close and reset the controller again. Let me just quickly do that, and then just go back into ABS again. It will read again everything, so you can hear it beeping there. That's because obviously I've changed functionality on the code itself. So we can go back again to security access. Now the second one that we need to do is another adaptation enabling, which is the first one, common for general common, and then it's just punch in 24990, say do it, access accepted, go back to adaptation, and then under adaptation, the one that we need to change now is the function. So you go to auto hold, I think it's called auto hold fuse or something, or functionality, which is gonna be this one, and then it says that it's never active. We need to change that to activated. Say do it, say yes, and then say okay, then go back. Now that will enable auto hold feature, so you will see a series of flashes going on into the clusters, and then that's will be telling you obviously something is happening. So once we are done with doing all of those adaptation activations, we need to go back to security access again, and then we need to enable adaptation again, because remember now these things obviously control different aspects. So we need to go back to 20103, say do it, then coding accepted again, and then now we need to go to coding, and then we need to go to long coding helper. Now with this, these up here are all the bytes within the control module itself, so we need to first go to byte number 8, right? That's the first one that we need to go to, change that value from 01 to 03, and then we need to go to byte number 19, that we need to change it to C0, and then we need to go to byte 23, right? Byte 23, we need to change that to from F4 to F7, and then last one is byte 25. So now this one identifies if your car is it's an automatic or a manual. So in my case, it being an automatic, so we leave it at 41, and then we just simply exit there. You can see that it has a new hex coding that it has, that we're going to replace with the new one. So that one is completely different with the current one. So you can copy this one as well if you want, and then paste it somewhere safe if you wish, but make sure that you have your original one saved somewhere, because if this doesn't work, you can always revert back to the original settings, and then you just simply say do it. It's gonna reread everything again, coding accepted, and then we are done. Just simply close your controller, and then that's it. Coding all done. Alright, just started the car, cleared all the errors that were present, turned the steering wheel left and right so that it relearns everything. So now the button is here, it's now done, wired up, coded up to the car. Now for me to get this thing working, you have to have your seat belt on. Right, I've got my seat belt in. You can see now the button now is lit up into red. That's because now it's showing that okay, we are good to go. So if I take off the seat belt, if I take it off, the button will switch off. So as soon as I plug in my button, it switches back on again. So that's all good. So for me to see if it's working, let's see. If I put the car in reverse and I turn the handbrake off, right, when I move backwards and then I stop, you see that there's a green light over there. It's now lit up, so I can let go of the brakes. I'm not touching my brake, the car is holding itself. So for me to move, I just simply touch the accelerator and then the car will move again, and that's it. So it's activated, there we go, it's holding itself. So if I put it to drive again and then I let go of the brakes, nothing happens. There, my foot is not on the brakes, nothing happens. For me to move, I simply just touch, and then that's it. When I stop and then I lift my foot off, the car will automatically hold. That shows that it's in green, I'm good, it's auto holding. So yeah, that's working. So to deactivate it, obviously if I push that will deactivate, and then I can obviously use the car as normal. So I can go backwards, and then now because my button is deactivated, I will have to balance out everything myself. To activate it, just push the button back, the car is holding, I can let go of the brake, and then auto hold is holding me. So that's how you retrofit auto hold assist, guys. Easy like that. And then if I take off the seat belt, if I take it off, it automatically applies the handbrake for me. So there you can see it's all in nice, it's all in red now. So that's all sorted. Alright, so that's how you pretty much do a retrofit for auto hill hold assist. Yeah, I know it took longer than it should, but yeah, obviously busy schedules in between, but yeah, that's how you pretty much wire it all up, get it all coded up and working for your car. So yeah, retrofit is done, everything has been put back together, glove box is in, the MMI unit is powered back up again, sound is all working, everything is still working as it should, no issues there. So yeah, that's me. um yeah, if you do enjoy these type of contents, guys, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I've got so much planned for this car as well going forward. There's a lot of retrofits that I also want to fit back into the car and upgrade it, add features that the car didn't come with from factory, so that I have everything that I like and I can use on the car. So there's quite a lot that I'm thinking and I have in mind. So please do stay tuned. Make sure that you have the subscribe button, clicked, bell notification as well for future uploads. I will be bringing more content onto the car, not just retrofits, but other things as well. I've got so much planned as it is. So guys, with that being said, I'm signing out. Peace.